Hey everybody, MrThefanboy here to review this awesome edition of Impact Wrestling, which of course this is my review of the July 18th edition of Impact Wrestling, which was presented as TNA Destination X 2013, and I must say from beginning to end, this was an awesome show. We have a new TNA Heavyweight Champion, Chris Sabin, but I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I'm going to start from the beginning. Austin Aries defeated Robert Roode in a BFG series match, in an awesome BFG series match. Huge fan of both of these guys. Love it when both of these guys wrestle. They had an awesome feud last year, and they both have such awesome chemistry. And Austin Aries pinned Robert Roode with the brain buster, and Robert Roode threw a temper tantrum after the match. It looks like Robert Roode will be the guy who loses and gets no points this year. Who will be in last place this year? That's what it looks like. The next match of the night was Sanjay Dutt, Petey Williams, and the returning Homicide to Impact Wrestling in a triple threat match to decide who will advance to next week's Ultimate X match. Sanjay Dutt, I think he pinned Petey Williams to advance to next week's Ultimate X match. The next match of the night was Suicide or Manic versus Kenny King versus Chavo Guerrero in another triple threat match to decide who will advance to next week's triple threat Ultimate X match. This was an awesome match, another awesome match. Manic of course won, which was pretty cool. I didn't care who won. I love all three of these guys. I would love all three of these guys. I didn't mind. I didn't care who advanced the next week, but Manic won, I think, by pinning. I think he pinned Chavo. He pinned Chavo to win the match. The next match of the night was this new guy named Greg. Murasulio. I can't pronounce his name, but Greg Murasulio. He looks like Frankie Kazarian and Christian York. Versus Rubix from last year's Destination X show, and Rockstar Spud, who is a popular wrestler from the Europe wrestling circuit and TNA's 2013 British Boot Camp winner. For those of you who watch Impact Wrestling, I know him from the European wrestling circuit. But I was happy to see Spud on Impact. Rubix was pretty cool, and this Greg guy, he was pretty cool. This Greg guy pinned Spud to win the match and advance to next week. I kind of wanted Spud to win, but this new Greg guy is pretty cool. I wouldn't mind seeing him on future tapings of Impact Wrestling. Of course, then you got a segment with Mickie James and Gail Kim, who I think is a face right now. Mickie James was, of course, in the ring bragging about her last week's music video, and Gail Kim came out saying nothing was good about that everyone was talking about her awesome matches with Terrell, and Mickie James mocked them, saying they were 2-star matches at first, and of course that led to a fight, and both of them had to be pulled apart to set up a feud between them two. Don't really care much for the knockout division these days because it's a shell of what it used to be, but these matches and these feuds have been surprisingly pretty good. They've actually been able to keep my attention, unlike the WWE divas. But like I said, really don't care much about the knockout division because, like I said, it's just a shell of what it used to be. Then of course, Kurt Angle and the rest of the Main Event Mafia tried to take the fight to Aces and Eights in their own turf since Aces and Eights wouldn't come to the ring. Aces and Eights ambushed them and put Kurt in the back of a truck. Kurt managed to return later, and then of course there was the main event. Oh man, Chris Sabin versus Bully Ray. Okay, this wasn't the fast-paced exciting action match I expected from these two. I expected this match to be the same as the Austin Aries and Bully Ray match from Sacrifice last year. That was fast paced and aggressive, but this match wasn't like that. This match actually was very old school. Told a story with Sabin being the underdog and Bully Ray being just this monster bully, this vicious, sadistic monster bully. Throughout the match, working on his knee, working on Sabin's knee, and then of course right when Sabin appears, beginning the upper hand, the Aces and Eights come out, but the Mafia follow them. And then the brawl ensues. Then of course when Sabin tries to go for a drop kick on Bully Ray pulls the referee in the way, and both of them are down. A brawl ensues between Aces and Eights and the Mafia. Then out of nowhere, Sabin picks up a hammer. Bully Ray kicks him in the gut, tries to power bomb him. Sabin, surprisingly, when Bully Ray has Sabin on his shoulders, Sabin hits Bully Ray with a hammer and pins him for the 1, 2, 3, thus becoming your new TNA Heavyweight Champion. I did not expect Sabin to win the TNA Heavyweight Championship. I expected Bully Ray to retain his title here and hold it all the way until Bound for Glory 2013, where he will lose it against AJ Styles like Sting and Hulk Hogan in 1997. But this show was awesome, and this was a pretty good match. All right. Mr. The Fanboy out. Such an awesome episode of Impact Wrestling.